Hi, how are you?
Excuse me, I've just run up the stairs and one of my dogs was, I have a blind dog and he was not being able to get up a step. So I had to run downstairs to getting up a step. So excuse me, I'm a little bit out of breath.
No, it's fine. I was running late because I kept switching on the light and nothing happened like twice.
Oh, oh gosh, life never runs smoothly, does it? It barely ever runs smoothly, but you know, it's fun. So
Yeah. But welcome, Victoria.
thank
How are
you.
you? It's so nice to have you on a live with us.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Do you remember we spoke and first met in 2016 or 2017?
I do. I do. Was it Veg Fest? Because I know we've met quite a few times now.
No, you invited me to a canine event. That was my first meeting with you.
Ah, okay.
It was really
Yes.
long ago.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's all kicking off. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh, right, go down. No, Max, no, no, no.
Okay, great.
See, this is why it's really hard for me to do lives because it's like a comedy. Come here. Oh, you go. Oh, you go. That's so funny. It's like a bit of a comedy because I have 7 dogs, 4 chickens, and my dogs are not all, you know, they're not, some of them are ill or they're a little bit naughty or they have issues. So they're dogs that are, you know, they need proper looking after. And we live in the countryside, so, and we've got a little bit of land, so people don't come to our house very often. So when
Yeah,
they do, you absolutely know about it. My
yeah.
husband's just gone out to get something to eat, so he's come back, and now the dogs are all kicking off. And
Right.
I've got a beautiful foster dog here as well called Grace, who's absolutely lovely. Yeah, she's a little terror in terms of being a bit naughty. She's out there now with a yogurt packet, so she's just. It's always fun and games, but oh gosh, it's all kicking off. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, but let me introduce Victoria. Victoria runs Canine Angels,
I
which is
do.
a dog rescue. Is it a charity or is it?
It is a charity. So we started Canine Angels. We first thought of Canine Angels in 2011, but it wasn't until 2012 we actually got our charity status. And so it's been 14 years now. And we are all volunteers. I'm the CEO and one of the founders. There's 2 other founders. One of them's still with our charity, Polar, and the other one left very, very early on. After a couple of years, I believe. And we basically help dogs from all around the world. So it can be dogs from the Thai meat trade, dogs predominantly at the moment in Romania, where there are no laws and dogs are treated very, very badly. We help dogs in the UK, we help dogs in Spain. I mean, there's so many countries. I have one from Bahrain, actually, a little gorgeous little dog from Bahrain. So we help dogs all over. But what we learned is over the years that there's actually a massive dog problem in the UK. And we found that we just didn't want to keep bringing dogs to the UK when we realised there's a huge issue here already. So what we've started to do, I think it was 11 years ago now, we started the spay and neuter campaign where we sterilise around 150 dogs over a weekend. And of course, that's the best way that you can help these dogs long term. By rehoming one, you are, what do you call it, putting a band-aid over I don't know, something huge. And really, it's almost an impossible task to help all of the dogs. And so for us, the best way to do that is with our sterilisation campaigns. And we're really proud of those. We try to do at least 2 a year, if not 3, if possible. Obviously, funds are very hard to come by, especially these days. So we try to do our best. We have our next campaign in September. But we've rehomed, my gosh, it's got to be 2,500 dogs in the last 14 years. We paid for a shelter to be built. We send out monthly donations for food, medical care. I mean, it's every day I'm sending something or doing something. It's not, there's barely any time that I'm not, we're not sending,
Do you have
food
a
and
lot
medical.
of sponsors who support the charity? Are you actively fundraising?
Yeah, well, we have amazing donors. So over the years, many of our adopters are still with us and donating. But I mean, fundraising has definitely become a lot harder in the last few years. I think, number one, leaving the EU. Number two, I think people have less funds at the moment.
Correct.
I think people are realizing that we also have a huge problem in this country and want to help more dogs in this country. So I think for a number of reasons, but there are many charities out there, and not all of them are proper charities. They're not really, a lot of them are sort of not doing what they should be doing. But I have to say, 14 years we've been going, and I'm so proud of Canine Angels and what it's achieved, and how transparent, how open, and how genuine, and how everything is done properly. When we rehome a dog, we don't just rehome it to the first person that comes along. We do many home checks. I think over the last 14 years, we may have had, I think it's a maximum of 10 dogs come back, that weren't, that the people couldn't keep them anymore, the adopters couldn't keep them anymore. So I think, that shows that we've been doing the rehoming at a really high standard, and making sure that it's the right homes for the dogs, because it is really important to match the right dogs to the right homes. So really proud of what we're achieving and what we've achieved, and hopefully what we can achieve in the future. I love what we do, and I hope it can carry on. But of course, we need funds. We always need funds. So we're doing a dog show next month. We have Eamon Holmes is our patron, so he does things for us, charity fundraisers. I've done many personal missions myself, like strapping myself to an aeroplane, climbing Kilimanjaro twice, cycling hundreds of miles. I mean, I'm sort of almost do anything I can to help animals. So and we're really hands-on as well. We don't mind getting dirty. Some people see us all glamour and everything. It's really not like that at all. I mean, in fact, I haven't shared the video, but I was head to toe in mud on the last trip, crawling through mud to help a particular dog. So yeah, we'll do almost anything. So yeah, I love Canine Angels and what we've done, and hopefully what we'll do in the future.
Very nice. So you're also vegan? So I
Yes.
have to ask. So did being vegan inspire your journey and initiated you to create canine agents? Or was it more, just that rescuing dogs opened up your heart and you realized that you need to be
Yeah.
vegan?
Well, I think the thing is with myself, I've had this special relationship with animals since I was 7, because that's when I became vegetarian.
Yeah.
I've always, without sounding mean, I've always felt closer to animals than people. And I don't mean that in a mean way at all, but there's just something calm and beautiful, and a feeling of love, and trust that I have when I'm with animals. So my dad brought home 2 little ducklings when I was 7, and that began my journey of being a vegetarian. And then it wasn't until 22 years ago, Julie Gatley, from the founder of Viva, was doing a talk on the dark side of dairy, and I completely got it. Before that, I had no idea about the dairy industry. So it was only 22 years ago now that I became vegan because of that reason. But I'm not sure. I think my love for dogs is so huge. I mean, I have 7. I'd have many more if I could. It's just, obviously, I can't look after them all myself properly, so I wouldn't do that. You've got to be really responsible. But I just have this passion and love for dogs that has no end. And so I think what happened was, we saw a plea initially on Facebook 14 and a half years ago, for a lady asking for 30 or 40 euros. And we decided to send that money, because we didn't know who we were sending this 40 euros to. It could have been a scam. It could have been someone that was, not a rescuer at all. It turned out it was this incredible rescuer that we still work with now. She's incredible. She works tirelessly every single day. She lives in Romania. And so we helped this one little dog and we named her Angel. And I think at the time, the three of us girls that started it, Paula is a musician, myself was presenting and acting and modelling, and Annika was acting and presenting. We thought, we have this huge network of people, why don't we use it for something amazing? Instead of, it's because it's all, that sort of world is all about yourself, isn't it? And it's all self-consuming. And so we decided to start Canine Angels, and it's been a tough journey. It really has, but it's been a journey that's so worthwhile. But I don't know if being vegan or vegetarian. No, I was vegan then, wasn't I? I don't know if being vegan actually inspired me with starting Canine Angels. I just think my love for dogs and seeing the state and the abuse and how terrible they are treated in Romania, I just had to go and try and do something. So we went out there, myself and Paula went out there on our first trip. We couldn't believe what we saw. There's millions of dogs and they're being run over and they're just, abused in the most horrendous ways. I won't go into it all now because it is rather terrible, but yeah, it stayed with us, and that's why we've carried on and will carry on to help as much as we can.
Was there a particular rescue which stayed with you? Because I mean, it's been so many years, been what, 14 years that you've been doing this.
Yeah.
Has there been any particular rescue
Oh my
that's
gosh, I foster so many dogs myself, so I get close to so many of the dogs, but there is one story that I don't think will ever go from my mind at all, and that has to be Rita. And Rita looked like she had already died. She was skeletal to the point of, we thought that was a dead dog, and
Yeah.
the rescuer messaged us and said that they needed help and that they were going to get this dog, and we just thought, well, it looks like the dog has already died. And we funded Rita's coming to the UK, getting a new home, getting better. And it's a miracle that Rita survived. So yeah, she was a skeleton. That's all I can say. Is I've never seen a dog come back from life and been that close to death before.
And you got her home in the UK?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, she has a home. She's been, it must have been about 13, 14 years that she's been in her home, and the most incredible home that they just absolutely adore her.
Awesome.
But something, had it been an hour later or 5 minutes later, there is absolutely no way that Rita would have survived. So I believe,
It's a little miracle.
it is a miracle. And use the internet for good, use Facebook and Instagram and all of those things for good things, because you can make miracles happen.
Yeah, I agree. I really appreciate that. So, coming to another topic, another chapter of your life is the Vegan Women's Club. You've just started that venture. I am quite excited about it.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you decided to start it, and why now? Like, was there anything that you were not seeing, not
Yeah,
inspired?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was not seeing a space for women that was, because when I started my activism many, many years ago, I was picked on quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm quite a strong character, so I can look after myself, but I think there's a lot of people that can't. And I'm always someone that will stand up for the underdog, if so to speak. I guess that's why I love doing what I do with animals, and of course the same with humans. I don't like people picking on people. I can't bear that. So I just remember back when I started activism and the way I was treated, and it just came to me one day that although there were groups for vegan meetups and different areas and vegan holidays, there wasn't this one club where vegans could be, because I think in veganism people are at different times of their journey. So some understand ethical fashion, some understand, they might not understand the egg industry, or they might not understand the dairy industry. So I think we're all at a different part of that journey. And I felt that I don't feel I was hugely judged for having some leather boots on that I just didn't think about in the beginning. Again, you know, I've been a vegetarian all of my life up until 22 years ago, thinking I was doing the absolute best. And even now I see things, you know, being quite mean to vegetarians. And I understand where people are coming from, but I also think we have to realise that most of us weren't born vegan and we are all still learning. So for me, it had to be a non-judgmental space for women, that they could feel that if anyone was judgy or mean to any of the women in our club, they just would be not in our club. We'd say they have to leave. So, and also something that they can learn from, they can feel inspired, they can connect, they can inspire others. We're all on this journey. It is a journey. We are still all learning.
Yeah.
And Vegan Women's Club just came to me in 2024. I was lying in bed and it just came to me. There is nothing like it. And also I think people do like things when they're nicely packaged. I know I do, even, you know, I know if it's ethically packaged, but also nicely packaged. So I just thought there isn't anything out there that's really been done properly. They're just little groups. So that's when it came to me. Let's make something a little bit more high end that's affordable for everybody. Everybody can come. It's not lots of money per month. It's £10 per month. What you actually get back from that is a hell of a lot more. We're really supportive. We have online meetings, meetings in person, master classes. We just had one with Heather Mills about gut health. And next one is with a vegan doctor who's actually teaching NHS doctors how to live a better life plant-based. So that's really exciting because it starts with the doctors are the ones giving the advice, so they need to know. So she's one of our ambassadors, Shireen Kassam. And so we're doing all these amazing masterclasses and talks, and again, all of that's included in the monthly fee. So it just came to me one day, and there was no one else better that I could do this with other than one of my best friends, Karen Ridges, who's a PR to the vegan stars, so to speak, in the vegan world. And we both have the same vision and the same passion and work ethic. So it was really important that I chose well with the person that I was going to do that with. And yeah, it's honestly daily, it's going from strength to strength. We've not put everything out there yet, but things are happening, and it's very exciting.
So Victoria, obviously, you know, it's also a time where a lot of companies which are vegan have closed down or are closing down.
Yeah, sadly.
It is not the easiest market up there. You know, we had, I don't know if you remember Vera shoes. They were like this pump toe shoes, all vegan.
Yeah,
We just had immaculate vegan clothes
I
last
know.
month.
Terrible.
I'm just trying to understand, do you think that the vegan business revolution is over or behind us? Or do you think that it's just a lot of different conversations around AI, which is just driving headspace? What do you think actually is happening?
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
I think the smaller vegan companies are not being supported, and I think that's where the problem is. I think it's also the access to them. I mean, a lot of people, and I still do it myself. I shop on Amazon, which I really don't like to say that, but
Right.
I think, and I don't really agree with it, I'll be honest with you, but for certain things like my vegan milk or whatever, it's just easier. When I find another way, I would absolutely use the other way. But I think it's just the access to these things, and the advertising. Smaller brands can't afford the advertising.
Yeah.
The bigger companies obviously can, and they're
Yeah.
taking over. They're now bringing out vegan handbags and vegan shoes, and probably
Correct.
doing it at less price. But as you know, I mean, the best thing that you could do is to buy beautiful things, but don't buy too many of them.
Yeah.
Rather save up and buy something rather than spend money on cheap fast fashion.
Correct.
So I think that's the best thing. But I think the reason they are not around so much now is definitely because people are not supporting the smaller vegan brands, and I think that's really, really important. Again, that's where Vegan Women's Club come in, because we will be supporting the smaller vegan brands.
uh, and that's really what my question is, because, for example, Immaculate Vegan put out a really good marketplace. They had over 300, or at least 150 to 200 brands there.
Mm.
And is that Karen? Karen
Yeah,
saying
she's saying
vegan
vegans need to
recipes?
collaborate more, and we do. It's
Yeah,
absolutely right. We need to support one another.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But what we were sort of, I had a conversation with some of the founders, and they just said that the level of orders declined, right?
mm,
And I found that in LaBante London, sort of, there's a lot of up and down as well.
mm,
Um, so I'm genuinely wondering if, like, our community
mm,
is either just, like you said, going to Amazon,
mm,
it's easier,
mm.
or bigger brands, which sort of have like a whole eclectic mix. Like you rightly said, if you've got shoes, like Dune is probably going to do one vegan pair, people are going to get that,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
Mm,
Absolutely, and I think it's just down to collaboration and us sticking together and
correct.
supporting the big. I bought quite a few things from the brand that you just mentioned that are no longer around. Immaculate Vegan.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I bought quite a few things from them actually. So
Mm,
it is, but I think people have less money now too. I think people are watching their pennies as well.
mm.
Um, but yeah, it is a sad time for many things, and I think we just need to stick together and keep collaborating.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Um, on wardrobe and cruelty-free fashion. So, do you think that your wardrobe has changed over
Mm.
time?
Yeah,
Has it been your advocacy coming through into your fashion choices?
100%. I mean, 100%. And look, I'm not perfect by any stretch, so I
None of us
occasionally,
are.
no, I occasionally get, see something not expensive and cute, and I think, oh, I want to buy that. Oh, it's not really the right thing. Okay, I'm still going to buy it. But
Correct.
I have definitely learned more. Again, I think we're all on this journey. We're all learning. Um, I absolutely will never buy a leather bag or belts or shoes ever again, even though there is a temptation sometimes when I see some of the high-end brands that I used to wear all the time. Louboutins, I lived in Louboutins. I loved them, and my Gucci bag and all of that back in the day. I mean, I'm a very different person now. But I would never shop at those places anymore. First of all, I think they're ridiculous amounts of money for a handbag, and I think we're the ones making them. That the consumer of those items are the one that's making them who they are. It's just a handbag. It's just a pair of shoes. We shouldn't be. We just should not be spending that much money on it. It's a status symbol, and I don't really like status symbols anymore. Again, that's probably a life that I lived slightly in my 20s, the bit of more the status symbol thing. But my wardrobe has absolutely become more ethical. I certainly don't buy wool. I would never ever wear fur.
Yeah.
I'm totally against fur, and I do not buy any more leather shoes or anything like that. And I do buy less. I absolutely. My husband probably wouldn't agree with that, but I absolutely do buy less. And all of my clothes I sell again for Canine Angels, so I
Okay.
make sure that they get another life.
Very
Um,
nice.
yeah, absolutely. But I think at the moment, I'm probably spending more time in trainers and Wellington boots, being at home rather than being glamorous.
Yeah,
And
of course. Because
I'm hoping to get out a little bit more, especially with Vegan Women's Club. So, um, I do love fashion. I've got so many of your beautiful bags. I really, really have. In fact, I'm going to a little event tomorrow, so I will wear one of your bags tomorrow.
please take a
Probably the
picture.
yellow, the little yellow one, the little yellow one
The
with
Bella
the,
mustard.
oh,
The
it's
Bella
so beautiful.
mustard.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I get so many questions on that bag. Honestly, people love it. And but yeah, my wardrobe has 100% changed. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you think, there's been a lot of technology change, right? And a lot of new materials have come up. We use actually full plant-based leather in all our gift
Mhm.
sets now. Do you think, and then we also have the Stella McCartney H&M collaboration. I'm actually glad that there's a collaboration with a sustainable company. So even though it's H&M, because I think it'll up their standard. Do you
Mm.
think that the fashion industry is sort of catching up on terms of all these materials, and you think that it'll appeal to larger audiences, or do you think it's going to be a select crowd of people, like us, who are more conscious?
No, I don't. I think people are beginning to understand, and because of the internet, that how leather. I mean, I so don't understand someone that gets excited over a leather handbag. They're like, "Oh, it's real leather," and I'm like, "It's real dead skin of an animal that wanted to live."
No,
I just,
Victoria, it's even worse when they call it calf leather, because they don't
yeah,
actually
a
know that it
baby.
means baby cow.
Yeah, it's a baby. It's a baby. I don't get it. It makes me quite angry, to be honest with you. But I think the world, even if they're not vegan, are not and understanding the process of
No,
where the leather comes from, will not want to wear that. And I think before we did not know anything. I mean, maybe 20 years ago, we barely knew anything about ethical fashion.
correct.
And now we know so much more. So, just with what you're doing with the Instagram lives and everything that you're doing with your company, people are learning about
Yeah,
where the leather comes from, the
yeah,
skin comes from,
yeah,
and
because
they
it's
don't
dead
want to
animal
lose.
skin, and
It's a dead animal skin.
it's
It's
dead animal skin.
gross. It's actually quite psychopathic, I think. I think it's quite crazy that you would want to wear this piece of leather and be so proud about it. I find it really, really bizarre.
No, because people don't know that it has to be dipped in chromium, and it's basically like a dead body, right? I mean, it's literally a dead body. So to
It is a dead
preserve it,
body.
you have to dip it in chromium, which is a carcinogenic. And then you're wearing that carcinogenic against your skin. So I can have a 30-minute conversation just on that topic.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure that you could. So I think no, I don't only think it's going to be the vegan movement or vegans that are going to buy ethical fashion. And I think, well, look, I think the world's going to become vegan. I don't know, maybe in the next 50 years. I truly
Yeah,
do, with all
yeah.
of the advocating and all of the charities and doing everything that they're doing. Um, but I definitely think ethical materials are going to be the way forward. And look at the materials that you can use. I mean, pineapple and apple. I mean, it's incredible what we can do,
Yes, it is.
and no one's being harmed. So
It is.
it's
It's
exciting
awesome.
time, and they're beautiful. They're naturally beautiful indents and patterns on them. So
Correct.
it's why wouldn't you want to wear that? That's what I want to know. Why
I
you wouldn't
agree.
want to have a pineapple bag or an apple bag? That's exciting. That's something to be proud of.
It's very nice. So, Victoria, we're coming to the rapid fire round.
Okay.
So, you need to move very fast. So, you need to have like quick answers, okay? Okay, here we go. Favorite plant-based snack?
Oh my gosh. Look, it's chips. It's potato chips. I'm sorry, it's potato chips.
And then, okay, so favorite vegan junk food is
Oh God, it's chips. Oh, chips,
chips
mashed,
and
roast
more chips.
potatoes, any potatoes, I'm there.
Rescue work, heartbreaking or hopeful?
It's both.
Mm.
I'm forever hopeful about many things, so I'll say hopeful.
The best piece of advice you've received on leading on purpose?
That you're always learning, and you
Yeah,
don't have to be perfect or answer to anybody else, because we're all on this journey and we're always learning. So
very
when you know
nice.
better, do better.
Very nice. A dog mom essential, something that you would never leave the house without.
Oh, a dog mum essential, poop bags.
What?
It's not very glamorous. They're in every jacket, even my lovely jackets. They're in all my jackets, so
That
it's
was
not
a
very
really good
glamorous.
one. That was a really good one. The most common myth about rescue dogs.
Oh, that they're going to be a problem or they're going to be difficult. It couldn't be further from the truth. You
I love
see,
that.
you see a flower grow, and that's a beautiful thing.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Just the way you put it is awesome. The first thing you look for on a fashion label.
that no animals are harmed.
That's right. One vegan influencer or leader who inspires you right now.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I have to say Juliet Galatly, and of course my
It's
bestie,
awesome.
Karen Ridges. But Juliet Galatly, I admire her so much. Her strength to go into the awful places that she goes into, just so that she can educate other people and millions of people that she's educated. And she's the lady. She's the reason I'm vegan. So I have to say Juliet Galatly. But
Wow.
you too, Karen Ridges. You're one of my heroes for sure.
How sweet. Um, One word for for the feeling when a rescue dog gets a home.
Well, without crying, it's one of the best feelings in the world. Honestly, I am more than over the moon. I just love to see dogs happy. I love to see all animals happy.
And if canine angels were a dog breed, what breed would it be and why?
Oh, we'd be mutts. We'd be mutts. We'd be Heinz 57 mutts. We're all put together imperfectly perfect. We really are.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Victoria. It's been
Oh,
such a pleasure and so much fun.
thank you.
It's been a real.
Whereabouts in the world are you at the moment?
I am in London.
Oh, you're in
Yes, I am in London.
London. Okay. I'll be in
Yes,
London tomorrow.
there you go.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, and you are doing fantastic work, and I really hope you continue doing it. It's such an inspiration to all of us, and I really
Oh,
appreciate you. Thank
thank
you
you so
so much.
much. Thank
Thank you.
you. Have a good
Thanks.
evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.